News can feel passive. You pause, watch a video, and move on with your day. But on Inside Indy, we're trying to tell news differently here. It got us asking, can consuming news actually traumatize you? And can you strike a balance that's healthy and holistic? To answer that question, we turn to Kimball Richardson, a licensed mental health counselor.
For real, what's more traumatizing than the real stuff happening?
Kimball Richardson is a counselor and psychologist practicing for 35 years. Much of his work specializes on responding to a crisis. He's got it down when he meets new clients after a traumatic event.
And one of the things I tell them is limit your contact with the news and social media for now.
To Kimball, that means a couple of weeks, but he says it really depends on the individual and science. Each person brings their own past, but your brain determines your response. We're talking about a little part called the amygdala, which controls our emotions.
When we keep watching trauma over and over, that can sometimes get overactivated.
When it's overactive, you might feel on edge.
And when that happens, we become more anxious, more fearful. It's difficult to snap out of it.
But when you feel it, it's good to stop. Kimball says the effects can last for 6 months or longer in children.
Pay attention to that, and we can do something about it. Guess what? We can turn it off.
Parents should turn off the TV for kids after 30 minutes to an hour. But for adults, there's no sweet spot on how much time you can consume media to stay informed while preserving your mental health. Kimball says he saw that when Hurricane Katrina survivors came to Indiana and wouldn't turn away from the TV screen.
At first we thought, well, maybe it will help them to get in a sense of what's going on and they'll get more information. It became very clear to us that it was too much.
For the next disaster, Kimball treated the victims and witnesses of the Indiana State Fair stage collapse.
We met with over 400 people that week.
400 people?
400.
Kimball says he gives presentations on the mental health response to that crisis, watching the video again and again to prepare.
11 years later, sometimes I give presentations about our response to that. I get tearful. And I'll sometimes wonder, what's wrong with me? Well, how many times did you watch that, Kimball?
It's secondhand trauma for him that still brings tears to his eyes. And both as a media supporter and a mental health counselor, he wants to remind everyone the power and the remote is in their hands. During our talk with Richardson, he told us one of the #1 ways to keep people resilient is through social connections. He says it sounds cheesy, but seeing and hearing something positive does have a positive effect on people. Several mental health experts aim to use media and social media for good, and their goal is to put out positivity. Hashtags like therapists of TikTok have around 570 million views, while hashtag mental health has over 43 billion views. That's thanks in part to Dr. Courtney Tracy. Dr. Tracy is a therapist and mental health advocate with more than 1.8 million followers on TikTok. Through her work, she speaks honestly about her struggles with trauma and borderline personality disorder. Her videos answer questions about therapy, destigmatize mental illnesses, and remind viewers that mental health professionals are human too.
One of my favorite types of videos to make are my point of view videos, where I play a therapist and then I also play myself as a client. And I think some of the best responses that I've received are people who haven't been to therapy before, who say, wow, these are my symptoms, or this is something that I would want to talk about in therapy. And seeing the way that a therapist might respond to something that I might say makes me feel so much safer going into the space.
Dr. Tracy also says the more voices out there talking about mental health, the more they become refined. And that will help normalize conversations about mental health and wellness.